back in for another trade. Um, Took a small loss on this. I think it was somewhere up in here, 11, something like that. I was looking for a sell. We ended up shutting down. Then I had a break even trade. So looking for one more time for these lows. After we came up with this high, it looked like, in my opinion, we look and manipulate these highs right here. And then I'm seeing SMT on this side on ES. So looking at these lows to be taken, at least for here for this partial right here. And then, like I said, light risk or the same risk that I had when I took the first trade. I was able to put the contracts on to pretty much have the same risk that I have now. And like I said, this partial will be putting me at break even and then allowing leave a runner just to be up on the day. Put it right here. So I thought this was a good trade. Wanted to showcase it, and then, like I said, showcasing the loss of today, and then showcasing the potential W of this day, and seeing that if we get this continuation going lower, holding this S&T, all that good stuff, we will continue to go lower. So I'm going to keep it right here and zoom in right here. On here we have a what's it called on US 30. I want to showcase US 30 as well. Oh, this is US 30. I want there we go, SP 500. SP 500. You can see we have this new week opening gap there. I feel like we are going with manipulate high, manipulate low, all that good stuff. So I feel like we are potentially going down this low. And I'm looking for NAS to kind of catch up in that same direction. So 5-minute or 15-minute just open. This could be the juice swing for us to show up a little bit higher, then start going lower to these wicks and this damage. And like I said, I'm looking for, if anything, at least a partial, then seeing we just flat out just reverse this whole thing. Again, yes, I'm looking at for it to be reaching this new week opening gap, new day opening gap, all that good stuff down here. So potentially could be having a move down there. Go back to the 2-minute. Pretty much accumulate orders right here, fair value gap, aura block, all that good stuff. Looking for us to continue to go lower. Hold this high. If we don't, we may manipulate this high one more time, then go lower. But just having a bigger, larger stop loss on today's trade, just because today's just been a weird day. So with that being said, I kind of want to be more cautious of where I put my stop losses, making sure that it's like if it takes trade out here, I'm cool with it, but this shouldn't get taken out in X, Y, Z. So just kind of looking for that. This is right here as a 15-minute fair value gap as well, right here. So on higher time frame, we traded back into that 15-minute fair value gap. Ideally, I would like for us to stay inside this 15-minute fair value gap and then drop lower, at least getting to here. Once we get into this range right here, like so, put like a plus sign, something like that, or not plus sign, what's it called? Alert. Getting into this range right here, then that's when I would like to move my stop loss above that high right there. So then I'll be dropping it lower. Until then, I'm gonna just keep it right here, just to keep it right there. I think it's a safe spot. Want to see us get lower below this aura block right here, close below that aura block, and then close below this aura block. So that's one, and that's two. Then getting down into here, this is that 5-minute fair value gap that we kept on trading up and down between. Have no idea why, but we kept on trading up and down between this aura block. So ideally, I'm looking for it to pretty much close below here, and showing that indication of weakness. Like I said, if we don't get that and this holds and then this push up, and then it'll be another stop for the day, and I'll be done for today. So at this point, we're just gonna let's see what it do, kind of give it some breathing room, but yeah, just gonna see what it do. This will be a last defense on bullishness for me, which is that aura block right there. Boom. So that's pretty much looking at the last draw. I was saying, like I said, I want to see us, if we go up there, I want to see a aura block hold for the sentence lower, but if it doesn't, then I would be looking to be done for today. and everything like that. Got the 15-minute fair value gap as well. Just been doing a lot of chopping. We've been doing a lot of this today. This has been like the pretty much the trades today, which is there's a lot of back and forth before we just get like a crazy one candle push. So just kind of been a weird day. Been light risk, definitely for today. You gotta know when to de-risk yourself too. This is a big thing a lot of people don't talk about. You just gotta know when to de-risk yourself. Like today is not the funded account today, right? This is not the going to the express funded accounts and trading like that. Except if I have to take a loss today, I'd rather take it on the personal account than the actual multiple accounts or top step accounts, right? Multiple capital and stuff like that, because that's going to be a bigger loss, or ideally the cushion is not ideal the same as the personal account. Personal account, you can take a couple of losses, and I mean, the same with breadth of top step accounts, you can take the same losses and get them back. But for me personally, I don't know what it is, but I understand, or it's easier for me to, I guess, because of my risk reward indications and stuff like that I trade, and I take partials. Majority of times on personal accounts, not so much on top step accounts. I kind of do. I have took partials on top step accounts. It depends how many contracts in. So with that being said, it's easy for me when I'm recovering or recouping a loss. Much easier, especially when I'm taking partials. Much easier to do it on personal account than a top step account or a funded account. Just because of the way that they set it up and the way I trade. But if I'm looking for a longer move, I will, in fact, take partials. So getting a little continuation. Hopefully, we get some continuation down here. This lower, this fair value gap between I got this on my chart 11 open. Kind of talked about that. I know it's not 11, but I use the previous. So I always keep the hour we're in and the previous hour on the chart. Meaning I don't have 10. I wouldn't use 10 o'clock anymore, me personally. But for this case, since it's 12, I will keep 11 on the chart. And then I know I eyeballed it not too long ago. 12 was right here. So we opened right here. So this is 12 right here. I can just draw it out, but this is 12. Open. So we talked about that earlier. Like, it's big for me. I said this in multiple videos. For me, that is a huge factor in my trades of looking at open and stuff like that. So this was us hitting that right there, putting stop loss right there. See if we get some continuation to take that partial. Now, just because today's been weird, what I'm going to do is move this partial off. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll move this partial off. I'm gonna manually close one. Then I'll put that break even. And the reason I've been doing that is because today's been really weird. So pretty much I just manually closed it right there. Letting it drop, and then now I'm looking for. Excuse me. Now I'm looking for it to basically run to this TP. The reason, again, new week open the gap, right? So I'm looking for a continuation. Just pretty much just melt through all of this. If I had another contract, if I had another contract on this, I will be taking off right there, and then even having this even lower. But I think that'd be right. I think that'd be fine right there. I'll do $100 right there. And like I said, if it comes back, it comes back. And like I said, that's why I took that partial. That pretty much took it out to where it's like, okay, cool. I made either I'm break even today. So now it's just kind of like, do we get the runner, quote unquote, and do we just keep them displacing down? I'm looking for this to hit new week open the gap. Once ES hits, I'll do like this. Once ES hits new week open the gap, wherever we at on NAS, I would like to just take. Oh, why can't I continue? This may alert. What? Okay. Sure. I mean, do the calculation. Maybe it's linear scale opposed to. I have no idea. I have no idea what that's. But anyways, when this hits, or if it does hit new wick on gap, and I'm still in the trade, wherever we're at on NAS, I'll probably be looking to take profits. Yeah, this is true. I mean, I guess I could have took it out, both partials right there, but man, it's just one of those things where it's like, my opinion, we gotta give up the ghost at some point. This is me just just from a trading standpoint, while my interest leading runner, we went up, down, up, down. At some point, in my opinion, we don't just keep on like ball nicking this position. At some point, we do break through these lows. I mean, I guess we can't break through these highs, but me personally, I'm expecting to break through these lows before we break through these highs. And if we do, it is what it is. And this is exactly why we're taking partial, because this was the type of day it's been, where we have been dropping and then just, crazy rebalances. Usually when we balance, we don't rebalance either that fast and or we don't rebalance this much large. And this is what I mean by this one candles have literally just been like one candle will make the whole entire reversal, like this right here. Just one large candle to make the whole reversal, or it's just been a weird day. So all right, so stopped in profits, another one, and like I said, we took a partial. Like I said, your trade's not gonna be a W. Sometimes it's gonna have a break even day, but the biggest thing is again taking partials on the way, especially on personal account. I'll be doing that. But on top of that, especially you took a loss, it's like okay, trading the same strategy, trading the same looking idea of liquidity. In this case, and this is not a normal day. This is not a normal day. We don't reverse this hard during macros, or not. This is not even macro. This was inside macro, but this one wasn't. So um, overall, it was a really good day, and I'll take it. And we'll move on to the next one. See you in the next video.